Good morning, everyone. This is Living in Italy, still under lockdown and quarantine on Travel Addicts Live.
Yes, today is April the 30th and it's day 55.
Ay, ay, ay. Well, today we're going to talk about the difference between land tours and cruise vacations.
Exactly, stay tuned.
So, yesterday, what did we get up to yesterday?
Oh, yesterday was a very busy day. You had some technical difficulties, I believe.
Yes. So, our website was giving me just a little bit of, how do I say, grief. And I wasted the day on a problem that took a friend of mine in the Ukraine about 4 seconds to figure out. That's okay. Sometimes that's how it happens.
Yeah, sometimes 4 eyes are better than 2.
Exactly. Good night's sleep, wake up in the morning, figure things out, fresh set of eyes, and
that's
we're
good. Finally it's solved. I'm glad.
Exactly. Back to productivity.
Back to productivity, exactly. So our friend Sunny from Sweden was asking us to do a little bit more in-depth cost comparison between a cruise vacation and a land vacation, more specifically between a 7 days Greek island cruise and 7 days land vacation on Greek islands. And so that's what we did. Keep in mind, Sunny, these are prices that as of today, tomorrow they might be changing, there might be a special, there may be no special. So as of today, we have some quotes here for you. So I'll give you the quote for the cruise.
So this is a Princess quote, and Princess is a midstream luxury brand, kind of like a 4-star hotel.
Correct.
In the world. So we've got an inside cabin that's quoted for, what do we have? 7 nights, departing August 1st, and it's Greece to Italy.
Actually, it's Italy to Greece.
That's right. And this is on the ship that we're going to be on.
Exactly.
So in theory. So Italy to Greece. And the payment is almost 3,800 Canadian dollars. That's about 2,500 euros. We're going to do the calculation.
Yeah.
And that includes the your cruise fare, your taxes, as well as all of your meals, your transportation,
your drinks, your internet, your coffee.
Is drinking package included?
Everything.
Wow, that's incredible.
Gratuities and internet, everything is included. So this is a quote for everything.
For everything.
So starts in Rome, goes to Naples, Kotor, Montenegro, Corfu, Crete, and Mykonos, and ends in Athens. So to do the comparison, I picked 3 hotels. They are all 3 to 5 stars hotels to stay in the same category as Princess. Some only include breakfast and dinner, some include just breakfast. So in Corfu, from August 1st to August 3rd, the accommodation alone is 368 Canadian dollar, and that includes only breakfast. In Crete, I was able to find a hotel that includes breakfast and dinner, and is 1,007 Canadian dollar for August 3rd to the 5th. And in Mykonos, from the 5th to the 8th, just breakfast included, is 933 Canadian dollars. So the accommodation alone, with few meals, either breakfast and dinner, is 2,300 Canadian dollars.
So that's in euros about $1,600.
$1,600.
1,600 euros.
Exactly. And then I calculate as an average price for lunch about 30 euros per person, and for dinner about 60 euros per person. Keep in mind, these are very conservative prices, because last year we had lunch in Mykonos and we spent a fortune.
120 euros we had for 2, I remember, and we had 2 appetizers, 1 entree, 1 dessert, and 2 beers.
Yeah. So yeah, Mykonos is quite pricey.
Yeah.
So I added 3 lunches for August 3rd and 1st to the 3rd, 2 dinners, and so basically for lunches I calculated 110 euros in total, and for dinner 1,080 Canadian in total. So bringing the total between accommodation and meals to 4,198.
Like that.
Well, so it's, you can see, without transportation between the islands, this is already more.
And transportation could easily cost another 1,000 euros on top of that.
You should calculate about 200 euros per person per leg.
city, yeah.
Per leg. So you have to do 3 legs. So in total you go way over 5,000 Canadian for these 3 islands alone. Plus you have to consider then basically you have to spend 1 day commuting between the islands, because either you fly or take a ferry boat. It's going to take a lot of time.
Yeah, you lose a day for every day that you're traveling.
So you can see how much more convenient in this case would be cruising between these islands.
Exactly.
So
we didn't spend a lot of time on it, but it's easy to see that if you just, plug in, you go on one of the hotel websites, you plug in a couple of different nights, you check your food cost, and so on, you'll see that you'll easily go way over and above the cruise cost. I mean, it'll take you no time at all, and you'll have blown through that budget.
Yeah, it took me like 15 minutes to do this calculation, and so...
And in Greece, even the gift shop on the ship is cheaper than the gift shops in Greece. So you see, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, so that's what we want to tell you, Sunny. So for a Greek island, if you want to do island hopping, this is probably your most convenient way to travel. If you want to stay on just one island, then maybe you can find some all-inclusive resort and be pretty much the same as 1 week on a cruise ship. But
but that would be a whole other holiday altogether.
Yeah.
And for instance, Mykonos, I would go back to Mykonos and I would spend a week there. But I wouldn't be spending it in a tourist destination.
No.
I might, Saint Stefano Beach, for instance.
Yeah, that was beautiful, actually.
Beautiful beach. 20 euros per day for 2 people to stay at the beach with the 2 chairs. And then you can watch the cruise ships come in.
Yep.
And that was at the old port.
Yeah, that was actually very convenient. It was like walking distance from the cruise ship terminal. It was like fantastic.
And there was lots of B&Bs in that particular area, but it was away from the
mainstream touristy.
Exactly. So you always have options. It always depends on what it is exactly you want to do. But at least with a cruise ship, you always know what you're going to get.
Exactly.
So.
And again, we picked Princess because that's our favorite cruise line. But you can find a cheaper option for a cruise line. Obviously, the level of service and everything else is not as beautiful and fantastic as Princess, but yeah, you can find cheaper options for cruising too.
Sure, like Carnival or NCL would be more like a 3-star resort rather than a 4-star, for instance.
That's correct.
So there we are.
Okay, I hope to answer your question, Sunny, and if you have more questions, leave a note.
So we're in the race to 1,000. We've been mentioning this. We're going to continue to mention the race to 1,000 until we get to
1,000
subscribers. So if you like what you're watching, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We love it when new people subscribe, and really appreciate your support.
Thank you so much, guys. And now we have to talk about new cases.
New cases. So 40% of the new cases that we're getting are still coming from Lombardia, the Milan area, all the way up north. But only 1 in 30 are testing positive. So that's great.
That's really good. So if you think at the peak of the crisis, 50% of the people that were tested were resulted positive. So
1 in 2.
1 in 2. Now it's 1 in 30.
Right. So that's a significant improvement. The curve still isn't that ski slope that I was hoping for, but it's starting to. It's more like a bunny hill right now. So
it goes down, but very slowly.
So do they use that term here, bunny hill?
Never heard.
Oh, okay.
Usually bunnies here are in cages for food.
To eat. Oh my goodness. In other interesting news, I was surprised to read that both Tuscany and Rome are opening tomorrow for just normal walks. You can go out for a walk in Rome tomorrow or in Tuscany if you desire.
Yeah, wearing a mask.
Wearing a mask? All right, fair enough.
But those regions are not as affected as Lombardia, Emilia-Romagna, Piemonte and Veneto, which are the epicenter of the crisis.
And I was also surprised to read that the leader of the region, the governor of the region, which is kind of like the governor of a state in the United States or the premier of a province in British Columbia, they have the right to overrule
to a point.
to a point.
To a point.
So they can open up earlier.
They can open up earlier as long as the medical situation allows it.
Mm-hmm. Good. And in the south, in Puglia, I read that bars and restaurants are opening, but for takeaway.
Yeah.
As of tomorrow.
As of tomorrow, not May 11th.
Not May 11th. So it's a step in the right direction. The country is opening up again. Hopefully, it's not too soon. I think it's
time will tell.
Time will tell, exactly, at the end of the day.
Okay, that's I think is about it.
That's our update for the day.
The last thing we have to say is about quarantine cocktail on Sundays.
Sunday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, and
7 p.m. Europe.
There we go, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you. Bye, guys.